You're not just craving fried food, you are being triggered. That's right, triggered. Think about it. The sound of hot oil sizzling in a pan, the sharp sudden crack as you break through a golden crust, the cloud of steam that rushes out, carrying that rich, unmistakable aroma. These aren't just details. They are weapons. They target your senses with precision. They are designed to push you. They are designed to urge you. They are designed to make you reach for just one more piece, and then another, and another. It's a relentless assault on your willpower, happening before you take the first bite. Don't be a donkey. It isn't an accident fried food tastes so bloody good. There is a science to it, a dark art. Food manufacturers, the big corporations, they know exactly what they are doing. It's not about nourishment, it's about engineering a product you can't stop eating. Let's break down the unholy trinity. First, there's fat. Bloody hell, fat. Fat is the ultimate delivery vehicle for flavor. It coats your entire mouth with a rich, luxurious feeling. That smooth, lingering sensation after a bite? That's fat working its magic. It tells your brain you found something valuable, energy-dense. Next up, salt. Don't underestimate this simple white crystal. Salt is an amplifier. It wakes up your taste buds and makes every ingredient pop. It also makes you eat faster, a biological trick. It short-circuits fullness, pushing you to eat more before your brain knows. Then, the crunch. The magnificent, glorious crunch. Crunch is pure texture, auditory and tactile. A loud, sharp crunch signals freshness and quality. It's an illusion of freshness, even with soft or processed insides. The sound is incredibly satisfying. It makes eating fun. Combine fat, salt, and crunch. The effect is explosive. Imagine a perfect piece of fried chicken. The rich, mouth-coating fat, the sharp, flavor-boosting salt on the skin, the loud, shattering crust as you bite. Together, they bombard your brain with richness, flavor, and freshness. It screams, "This is special. You must have more." Now, this isn't just cooking, it's manipulation. They are hacking your brain's most primitive desires. That intense urge when you see a basket of perfectly golden fries? Texture is not an afterthought, it's a psychological weapon. The crunch is the star of the show. Your brain is hardwired to associate a crisp, cracking sound with freshness. Think about biting into a crisp apple or a fresh stalk of celery. That sound is a primal indicator of quality. Food engineers have hijacked this instinct. They can create a perfect, loud, satisfying crunch in foods that are far from natural or fresh. That perfectly engineered crust on a frozen fish stick gives the same signal as a freshly picked vegetable. It's a brilliant deception that makes you perceive the food as better than it actually is. The sound itself is a massive part of the experience. A loud, clear crunch is far more satisfying than a dull, quiet one. It's why chefs and food companies spend millions on texture analysis. They want every single bite to deliver a sharp, distinct, and audible signal. It's a form of sensory feedback that confirms you made a good choice. Your ears are telling your brain, yes, this is good. This auditory confirmation enhances the pleasure of eating. That is why those videos of people eating crunchy food are so popular. Your brain reacts to the sound alone, triggering a Pavlovian response before you've even tasted anything. Furthermore, this sound and this feeling create powerful memories. A strong, memorable crunch gets locked into your mind. It becomes inextricably linked with the pleasure of the food. The next time you see a picture of that food, or even just think about it, your brain replays that sensory memory. You can almost hear the crunch and feel the texture in your mouth. Now, let's talk about what's happening inside your head. Your brain has a simple, ancient system for survival. It rewards you for doing things that are good for you, like eating. When you eat something delicious and energy-rich, your brain releases a chemical. This chemical is called dopamine. Here is the simple, brutal truth. Dopamine makes you want things. It's not about pleasure itself. It is the chemical of motivation, of seeking, of pursuit. It drives you to repeat actions that your brain has tagged as beneficial. It's the little voice that says, do that again. When you eat a piece of perfectly engineered fried food, fat, salt, crunch sends a massive signal to your brain. It's an unnaturally strong stimulus. Your brain interprets this as something incredibly valuable, far more so than a simple piece of fruit or a vegetable. In response, it can release a significant surge of dopamine. Your brain essentially flags that food experience as something worth seeking out again, and again, and again. It learns that this specific food provides a massive, immediate reward signal, so it prioritizes it. With each bite, this loop gets stronger. You eat the fried food, you get the dopamine signal, and your brain reinforces the desire to eat it again. This is how a craving is born. It's a learned response. Over time, your brain doesn't even need the food itself to start the process. Seeing an advertisement, smelling the food from a restaurant down the street, hearing that crunch on a video, your brain starts to want the food, to seek it out, even when you aren't physically hungry. You are now caught in the dopamine loop. This is the core of the addiction. You are no longer eating just for fuel. You are eating to satisfy a chemically driven urge. The food has become a trigger for a reward cycle that is difficult to break. This is why you can eat a full meal and still feel an intense craving for that one piece of crispy, salty, fatty food. It's not just one thing. It's everything, all at once. It's a sensory overload. Your sense of taste sends one powerful message to your brain: salty, savory. Your sense of touch, through your mouth: rich, fatty, substantial. Your sense of hearing adds a third: crisp, fresh, satisfying. Your brain doesn't process these signals one by one. It merges them instantly into a single, overwhelming experience. The result is a sensation far more potent than any single taste or texture. This sensory convergence is why even a small bite can have such a massive impact. A single potato chip can trigger a cascade of signals. It lights up your brain's reward pathways. You can't eat just one. That first bite is a sensory explosion designed to make you want the second. The speed at which you eat also plays a crucial role. Crunchy, salty, fatty, bite after bite. So let's put it all together. This isn't just about a simple meal. This is a full-blown production, a symphony of sensation where every note is played to perfection. It begins before you even eat. It starts with the sound of the fryer. The sizzle that promises something hot and fresh is on its way. Then you see it. The golden brown exterior glistening under the light, looking impossibly crisp and delicious. Your brain is already primed, already anticipating the reward that is about to come. The stage is set for the main event, and you are the eager audience. The moment of truth arrives. You pick it up. You can feel the rough, crispy texture under your fingertips. You bring it to your mouth, and as you bite down, the performance reaches its peak. First, there is the sound. A loud, explosive crunch that echoes in your skull. It's a percussive, satisfying shatter that signals freshness and excitement. Instantly, your brain registers this as a positive event. This is the opening act, the attention grabber that makes everything else that follows even more impactful. It is the sound of pure, unadulterated satisfaction. The rich, decadent fat coats your tongue, delivering deep, savory flavors and a luxurious mouthfeel. The sharp, bright hit of salt cuts through the richness, making your taste buds dance and demanding you take another bite. The contrast is electrifying. You have the hard, crispy exterior giving way to a soft, hot, and tender interior. It's a dynamic journey of textures and tastes, all happening within a matter of seconds. Each element amplifies the others, creating a feedback loop of pure sensory pleasure. This is the moment you must understand. The reason that bite is so incredibly, irresistibly good has very little to do with hunger. So now you know. You see the strings. That intense, almost desperate urge you feel for another bite of something fried and crispy is not a random feeling. It is not a sign of personal failure. It is a manufactured response. That craving is not accidental. It is a crafted signal planted in your brain by sound texture chemistry. It's a lure, designed to hook you, keep you pulling on the line. Bite after bite. Be aware of the triggers. The next time you're watching television and a commercial comes on with a slow-motion shot of someone biting into fried chicken with the crunch amplified to a deafening roar, know what is happening. They are targeting you. They are aiming for that reward loop in your brain. When you walk past a fast food restaurant and that smell of hot oil and salt hits you, recognize it for what it is. A chemical invitation designed to be almost impossible to decline. These are not just passive parts of your environment. They are active triggers. You have the power to break the loop, but it starts with awareness. The first step is to simply notice the trigger. See it, hear it, smell it for what it is, a piece of clever engineering. When you feel that urge, take a second. Slow down. Don't act on autopilot. Ask yourself, am I hungry or am I just being triggered? By creating that small gap between the trigger and your response, you give your rational brain a chance to step in. You can choose to walk away. You can choose to eat something else. You can take back control from your primal instincts. But make no mistake, the call will come again. The sound of that crunch will echo in your memory, tempting you to give in just one more time. It's not just taste, it's texture, sound, and brain chemistry. That craving is not accidental.